Dr. Bowins, we're talking about your book, The Informative God. Why did you write this book?
I wanted to give people an answer of true hope. What I find in my practice as a psychiatrist and outside of that is that people, even if they're religious, they have their doubts, because as knowledge progresses, science progresses, people are skeptical of the answers that are provided by religions arising hundreds of years ago. Somehow the answers don't ring so true to people. So I wanted to come up with an answer that aligns with scientific evidence and might well be viable.
What does this book offer to people who believe in God?
This is giving a fresh perspective on God, one that brings in science information pertaining to information. So it's a new perspective. It's also a really good review of different religions that have God as a feature. So people are interested in God, but maybe within their own faith, such as Christianity, can learn about how God is seen in other religions as well.
Why did you write your book, The Informative God, in a fiction, non-fiction, and travelogue format?
In going through the material for this book, the research related to religions and to science, I realized that a lot of it is pretty tedious and pretty complicated. And I wanted to present it in a light way that's easy to digest. And I haven't seen anything out there that's an easier, more entertaining way of learning about religion. Also, regarding the travelogue, many of those experiences are ones that I've actually had. So it's bringing in a very real element to the story.
How might we understand God better from your book?
When I ask people what God means to them, frequently the type of answer I get is all wisdom, all knowledge, or if you like, all information. And the perspective is really derived from the science of information and how that information is permanent in a very real sense, and that provides for a unique take on an afterlife.
What other aspects to information are there in your book, The Informative God?
I believe that at the very finest levels of the universe, what exists is information. Information is really critical to how things work. And this offers a different take on the universe, where information persists and what that looks like and what we can get from that. And there's a very big treasure that this is suggesting, maybe not actually revealing, but suggesting that if we could only access it, we could learn so much. It would be incredible.
So who would benefit from The Informative God?
Anyone who is at all spiritual or religious, and as has been said, there's no atheists on the front line, so eventually everybody will be. I believe that because of the evolution of human intelligence, we're probably the only species really aware of our own demise, and then we want answers. And this provides a viable answer. So anybody who's religious. The other group are people who are scientifically minded, who like to have a different take on what the universe might look like from an information perspective and how that yokes into religion and spirituality.